Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another My Restaurant video. As a lot of you know, a couple of days ago I brought you a video on the multi-floor layout that was created by Sidewinder, mainly because I had gone ahead and put up a poll on my Discord asking if you guys wanted to see a multi-floor build or if you wanted to see a single floor build, and the vast majority of you did go ahead and vote for a multi-floor. Now, for the individuals that did request for the single floor, I told you that I would go ahead and release that video today. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing, and today we're going to be checking out ZX's one floor build. Now, at the time that I had gone ahead and tested all of the layouts, this is the one that did go ahead and give me the most amount of money out of both the multi-floor as well as the single floor layouts that I tested. I know some of you are going to be asking me in the comments, how much exactly did you make per hour? And honestly, I don't really like to say that because there is a lot of factors that go into how much you make per hour, and it isn't going to be the same for everyone. But with a full royal setup, I was getting anywhere between 20 million per hour all the way up to 22 million. But the vast majority of the time, it didn't go any lower than 20 mil, which was insane to me. Considering all of the layouts that I have tried, usually they drop under 20 mil at least once or twice. But anyways, this should go ahead and be a really quick and simple build for you guys. I do recommend that you follow along or read the chart correctly because you do have to place the chairs facing specific directions for some of these tables. So that's definitely something that you want to pay attention. Huge shout out to every single one of you that are in the background right now. Thank you guys for coming out to today's recording. Shout out to Snake that's standing right behind me. That is one of the Big Games trial moderators. So huge shout out to him. I also see Almarez Garden, which is one of my trial moderators. Got Undead, Daniel, Ryan, Miraz, Magic, as well as Andrea. So shout out to you guys. But we are now inside of my restaurant, and this is the layout that we're going to be taking a look at today. As a quick disclaimer, like I always do in all of my layout videos, if you do not have the bigger restaurant game pass, do not worry about the roses. Just go ahead and pretend that the roses don't even exist. If you guys do have the bigger restaurant game pass, you will need to go ahead and copy the 2 rows of roses that I have on the left, the right, and then the 2 that I have up on the top. For the 3rd time now, if you do not have the game pass, do not worry about the roses. Now for this, you will need 2 coffee machines, a tip jar, a gumball machine, or a candy machine, 7 stoves, 4 dishwashers, and obviously chairs, tables, and an order stand. Now keep in mind, the chairs and tables, you can go ahead and replace those. They don't have to be royals, but of course this is going to affect how much you make hourly, but you will still be making a very good amount. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead now and blacklist everyone. I already kind of warned them ahead of time that I was going to do this, so it's not really a big deal. And we're going to get started with this build because it's going to be super quick. I did want to kind of do something a little bit different today where I was going to kind of just fast forward through the entire build instead of sitting here and explaining every single piece that I put down. But instead, I think I'm just going to split it up into chunks, and I'm just kind of hoping that it works out. But anyways, here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started like we always do. We're going to start off on the top left-hand side. Go ahead and place your table in the very corner. Once you have it here, move it over 1 space, and then you're going to do a straight line of tables going all the way down until the wall that is right at the front entrance door, which should look a little something like this. Now, right next to that, go ahead and leave 2 gaps. On the 3rd one, place 2 more tables right on top of each other. Go ahead and rotate your table, place another one right under it like I have right here. Leave another 2 gaps and place another table. For the final one on the left side, you're going to go to the wall that is right where the front door is. Leave a space away from that and place the table in this location that I just put it. Now, on the right side of the room, for the very top, you're going to do the same exact thing that you did on the left side. The lower portion is a little bit different. If you notice, there's a table right here, but there isn't one to place on this side. So let's just go ahead and clear out the stuff that's the same. So again, top right hand side, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, did I call that over there the top right hand side? If I did, I meant to say left. That's weird. But anyways, over here, leave a gap away from the wall and make a straight line going all the way down to the wall that is by the front door. Again, the exact same thing that you did on the opposite side. Leave 2 gaps in the top and then place 2 tables right next to each other. In between both of these rows, go ahead and place a table right here, leaving 1 gap away from this wall that should be here. Now, right under that, leave 2 gaps, another table right there. Head back down to the front door. Instead of on the left side, the right side, go ahead and place 2 tables there. Leave 2 gaps in between and another 2 tables. Now, for the final 2, which I'm sure you guys have already caught on already, they will be located right here. Just place that down there. Leave another 2 space gap and then place the final table. So at the very end, here is the front door. It should be looking a little something like what I have right there. Before we continue to place more things down and everything gets extremely crowded, I'm going to show you guys the colored tiles that represent empty pockets. So over here, the white colored tiles is exactly where you're going to have empty pocket. There will be no furniture in these squares. So the very first one is going to be up here on the top left hand side. The second one is on the complete opposite side, but in the same exact spot. spot. Moving down from this location, you will have the third pocket, and then to the left side of this, you will have the fourth and fifth pocket right next to each other, which also reminds me that I forgot to place down a tile. And there's also a sixth pocket right here in the center in between all of the stoves. Next up is going to be the dishwashers. Go ahead and place these on all of the green blocks that I have on the floor. The second table that you placed up here, you're going to put one on each side. Move a little bit down from there. And then these two tables that you placed on the left and the right hand side, right at the very bottom right hand corner of this one, you're going to place one more facing towards the middle. And on the bottom left hand side of this table, you're going to place another one facing towards the middle. Again, this layout only requires for you to use 4 dishwashers. They don't have to be luxury. Whatever it is that you have, go ahead and place those down. Next up is going to be the stoves. These are the blue squares on the floor. So go ahead, place all of these facing towards the white block in the middle. Remember, if you're having trouble with placing down the stoves, you have to make sure that there is nothing in front of it at the time, but then you can go ahead and place it afterwards, even if it is blocking the front of the stove. So at the end, you should have something looking like this. For the final square that you left right here, this is where you're going to be placing your order stand, so make sure that you place that down now. And then right next to your order stand where I have this orange block, this is where you'll be placing either your tip jar, your gumball machine, or a candy machine. In my case, obviously I'm going to place a tip jar. The final 2 items that we're going to be placing here that are not chairs will be the 2 coffee machines as well as the luxury silverware tray that goes right here. If you don't have a luxury silverware tray, my suggestion is probably to go ahead and place a filler item there. I personally haven't tested it with anything else other than the luxury silverware tray, and this is exactly how ZX had it in his layout. So I can't tell you if you're going to get the same results if you place something else there. And now finally over here, place your 2 coffee machines right next to each other. At this point, this should be your final product. Obviously the chairs are not down, and this is kind of the part where you're going to really have to pay attention, because there is some chairs that go in specific places in order to make every single table a 4-party table. So let's go ahead and get all of the easy ones out of the way. All of the ones on this side are going to be facing towards the tables. So again, front door is behind me. The tables that are on the left side all the way going down, these chairs are going to be the normal way, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Same thing goes for the complete opposite side. All of these will face the tables, so feel free to go ahead and fill those in now. Next up is going to be these over here. So here you're going to place 3 chairs going down in this direction and then 4 on this side. If you notice, this table down here now only has 3 seats, so the 4th one is going to go right here on the end of the table, but the chair that goes right next to that will be facing the opposite direction to this table. Same concept goes down here. Place the other 2 chairs. Unfortunately, that means that there's only 3 chairs here, so the 4th one, you're going to place it on this side. For the rest of these going all the way down, it goes the exact same way that you would expect, so nothing too different there. You guys should definitely be able to get that, no problem. Going back to the very top of the restaurant, these chairs will also be placed the normal way, same with these on this side, and also the same thing for the table that is located right under that. For the right hand side of this table, it's going to be the same thing that you did on the other side. 3 going down up here, and then the final one will be on the end of the table with the one right next to it facing the opposite direction. So again, same exact thing that you did on the opposite side. It's pretty much a mirror image. Once you get to this part right here, which is right in front of the coffee machines, you will have this empty pocket right here. Go ahead and rotate one of the chairs and place it right there, because this one on this side will be facing the 2 long ones that are on this side. So it's basically like, I guess you could say, the mirror image of the ones in the top, but placed on the opposite end. Ignore what I just said. I'm overcomplicating it. Just go ahead and place it right there. And obviously the one next to it will be facing the direction of this table that's right above it. So your final product should look a little bit like this. The only empty spaces that you should have left are these 2 tables that are located right here. It's pretty straightforward on how these are going to go. I would imagine that you guys already kind of understand it, but the final chair for this table is going to be located right next to your tip jar. So remember to face that towards the table. And there you go. You now have gone ahead and created ZX's 1-floor layout. For those of you that are on a budget, I feel like this is more or less a more affordable layout. Obviously, I have my restaurant full of royals, so it's kind of hard for me to say that right now, but you can go ahead and use the tiki tables as well as the booths, so that's not a big deal. Let me go ahead and remove everyone's blacklist so they can enter again. It's a really sick layout, man. I tested it a couple of times because honestly, the results that I was getting at first, I didn't really believe it. It was a little confusing to me because I haven't seen a layout perform this well in quite some time. I know ZX X is more or less a new name around here. We haven't really seen too many layouts from him, but huge shout out to him for sharing this with my community over on the Discord. As always, if you guys are interested, make sure that you join the Discord. Link is in the description. We're always doing giveaways there, and we have plenty of talented people that are constantly sharing a bunch of different layouts. So even if this isn't one that kind of caters to your needs, inside of the Discord, we more than likely have one that will be a little more suited for you. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all types of different content and turn on notifications so you do not miss any of my videos. Really appreciate every single one of you that came into the VIP server and kind of just hung out while I was working on this. But anyways, with all of that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.